the good member from the 20th District, Representative Abbarno.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And I rise to also support this legislation that I believe finds the balance between accountability and compassion for these times. While we talk about a Blake fix, the human suffering due to substance abuse has been a generational issue. Blake was the pinnacle, maybe the alarm bell that woke up this body and the body across the rotunda that something needed to be done, something that we have recognized year after year in our communities, on our streets, and even sometimes in our homes. Today, we talk about a policy that I think looks both backwards and forwards. It's looking backwards from where we were, and as the good gentleman just said, some of the failed policies of the past, but also the failed policies to adequately invest in our workforce for mental health treatment and drug abuse treatment, our infrastructure to make sure those needing treatment have a place to go. And this policy, I believe, strikes a balance that would create a system that helps hold accountable those who are preying and hurting our community members, but at the same time provides an opportunity for those struggling from addiction, but wanting something better for their lives. We know that in our communities, drug abuse and addiction have caused rises in crime, have caused rises in homelessness, and have perpetuated intergenerational poverty in so many families in our communities. Although there's a lot of work ahead of us to build the infrastructure, to build the workforce for this policy, the bill before us does create a gross misdemeanor that will help hold those accountable who are repeat offenders, who are hurting community members and the most marginalized in our communities, but also create off-ramps for those wanting and needing treatment. It recognizes the need for local input and respect for local values. And I believe it provides prosecuting attorneys, law enforcement, and the justice system the flexibility to fashion remedies for a very complex issue and maintain the current successful options that we have. In my community, that's drug court, which is very successful. I'm urging a yes today. I believe the policy is a better policy to be uniform across the state. It better addresses the needs of our communities than the previous policies that we've discussed and debated on the House floor. I also believe it's better policy than doing nothing. And I want to thank the members from both sides of the aisle here in this body, as well as the members on the other side of the rotunda. I often joke and say the only person I agree with 100% of the time is myself. And even then, there's some wicked debates within my own head on whether I'm doing the right or wrong thing. I don't believe any policy necessarily is perfect, but I do think that there's enough flexibility that our communities can fashion remedies, our court system and our treatment providers can fashion remedies that address the needs of our local community. And although we're passing the policy today, the work really begins today to make sure this is implemented in a way that is successful, and that we measure that success by the people that we lift out of poverty, lift out of addiction, and help get them on a path for success. So with that, I'm urging a yes vote.